Ebuchi mo n'ebuchi m, ebuchi anya anyị ji ahụ ụzọ. Agada gbajiri ụzọ nwoke obiọma, olileanya nke ndị nsọ. Anyị na-erere ọkụ na anyị na-agbara ọkụ, ogene ka a ga-eji toro gị ihe gị nna. A ga na-akpụ isi ala na-enye gị ekele n'ebuchi mo. As always, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. As always, I am George ONYIBE, and of course, we are here to make sure we keep the record straight. We are here to make sure that nobody will be allowed to sell the next generation of our people. A lot is at stake, a lot have gone wrong. And in the midst of ignorance, we parade ourselves to be intelligent, to be wise, to be all-knowing, to be invincible. But these are not the truth. And so this morning, I want to remind our people that knowing the truth and accepting the truth, knowing the truth and accepting the truth remain the only remedy to our emancipation. Too much lies everywhere. Now, let's first of all understand what knowing the truth and accepting the truth means. It's like knowing the way. You can know the way, but it's different from walking through that way. And so before you claim you know the way, you must have walked through that way. And so when we say knowing the truth, you can know the truth, but difficult to accept the truth. Let me break it down to be able to present this discussion to you in a more comprehensive manner. When we say knowing the truth and accepting the truth, you must understand that the truth is not always the truth. You must understand that the truth is not always acceptable. You must understand that the truth at times can be the lie. It can be false. But whatever the case may be, the true statement regarding any issue, whether favorable or not, remains the truth. And that is why the Bible, for instance, says, "And you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free." That does not mean that the truth in itself has the ability to give you life. But your knowing the truth gives you options on how to see life or whatever you desire. So when we call our people to embrace the truth, know the truth, accept the truth, even when it hurts you. If it's the truth, it's the truth. It's irreplaceable. Because our people have been going through one cycle for over 100 years, if not more than a century. We've been going from generation to generation, dispensation to dispensation. We've been beaten down in the same circle. It's too long now. Why? Is it because we are weak? No. Is it because we are ignorant? No. Is it because we are poor? No. Is it because we don't have allies? No. Is it because God is against us? No. It is because most of us know the truth, we refuse to accept the truth. It is because most of us don't know the truth, but we accept it even when we don't know the truth. It is because we have not committed ourselves to knowing the truth and accepting the truth. Let me further explain so that you understand where I'm going to this morning. This is one truth about life, and everybody must get used to it. And the moment you know this truth, you don't fear death, but rather you begin to prepare towards death. Some people spend all their life living in the fear of death. Oh, they want to kill me. Hey, I will die. Oh, no. The truth there is that whether you like it or not, whether you are poor or you are rich, whether you are white or you are black, no matter who you are, your position or disposition, we must all test death. You must die. And now, if all of us must die, Why do you spend all your life fearing death? Now, accepting the truth that one day you will have to die simply implies that you begin to prepare how it's going to be. You were born one day. That is the truth. Accept the single fact that you will die one day. Perfect. And those who understand that one day they will not be here, begin to make arrangement for certain issues to be addressed, maybe in their absence. And so that is why a man wakes up one day, he set a time frame to get married, and within that time frame, he worked very hard to save money, and then he tried to train his children, and then he saved towards his old age, and then he makes investments for a raining day. Now, each of these people understand that even before they could complete any of this agenda, they may die. But then they have put facilities in place to make sure that if death delay in coming, they must have a happy ending. That is just it. It's applicable to us in every area of our life. We see the truth. We know the truth. But I think our people have not sincerely accepted the truth. And the more we delay, I can assure you, fasten your seatbelt. Because this drum you are beating, you will surely dance to it. But depending on the music you are dancing to it to, will determine how it's going to be. If you look at the case of Nigeria, Nigeria is not going to progress any moment from today. In fact, Nigerian citizens will be further impoverished. Your right will be taken from you. Why? They live in falsehood. They know everything is wrong. That is the truth. But they choose not to accept this truth. And so they vigorously defend lies. For instance, if you hear Tinubu, Jagaban, group, they praise Jagaban, you will think he's from heaven. You will think Tinubu is an angel. Honestly, these people know the activity of Tinubu since he was born till today. But to suit their lies, to massage their ego, they're going to tell you he's an angel. You know, Mbaka, as a man of God, told you that Buhari is a corruption fighter. And honestly, you know the truth. Did you accept that Buhari is a corruption fighter? Do you accept that Father Mbaka said the truth? This is the problem of Nigeria. Now, look at social media. You will see Peter Obi group, his own gang. If you don't know how IPOB function, look at Peter Obi followers. They are just like Nnamdi Kanu followers. They can duplicate audio. They can manipulate audio. They're trying to push Peter Obi to his early grave. They are telling you Peter Obi want to run out. I advise you, Peter Obi. If Nigeria kill you, nothing will happen. Because you know the truth, Peter Obi. Your father know the truth. Accept the truth. Because all these people, that is how they push you Nnamdi Kanu till Nnamdi Kanu become an idiot. Peter Obi, move back a little bit. But Mali say, he who fight and run away, live to fight another day. I tell you, get the card, go to the court, Supreme Court, which court? Who owns the court? Knowing the truth and accepting the truth is the only remedy. And so you see, for the Nigerians, Atiku know the truth. Atiku accepted the truth. He just want to be the president of Nigeria. He sealed, delivered in Igbo within Nnamdi Kanu and Peter Obi. He's not crying about anything. He's a perfect one Nigeria. Atiku told you he married from every village in Nigeria. So he's even more Nigerian than all of you. He know the truth. He have accepted the truth. I think that is why he look more comported than any other. You will see somebody in the church who is a Christian will see something is wrong in the church, they will not make move to correct the pastor or their religious leader. They will quote fast for you. The Bible says, "Thou shalt not judge, for he who judge, that is the same way God will judge." But these same people did not tell you that in the same chapter, in the same passage of the Bible even said that those of you who are called Christian have the right to judge those who are your religious leader. That after all, it is you who are Christians will judge angels. So if you know that chapter that tells you, "Thou shalt not judge," one of the epistles of Apostle Paul, go to verse 25 of that chapter. I don't want to quote the chapter for you. Maybe read the NIV translation. You will see that Paul said, "It is certainly not your duty to judge those in the world, but it is your duty to judge those who are Christian, because this is the only way you can remove the evil ones from among you." Come on. And then you are Christian, that you are not judge. Begin to enjoy the church. I hope you are enjoying it. It is trying to know the truth and accept the truth that gave birth to religion reformation. You now have Catholic, Anglican, Apostolic, Arabatarian, Ashakatarian, all these denominations. They were product of knowing the truth, accepting the truth. They call it church reformation. Go and read church history. Maybe you understand what I'm saying. And so I'm not talking about the people of Nigeria. We will enjoy it while it lasts. Nigeria, one of the most wealthiest countries in the world. You live in abject poverty, very poor, frustrated life. And you still come on social media and praise Nigeria. And you will go to church and pray, "Oh Lord, intervene in our country." God is not going to intervene because you know the truth. You fail to accept it. Why did I take time to create all this scenario? It is not the hatred of Nigeria that drives me. It is not the love for Nigeria that drives me. It's as simple as letting the right thing to happen. It boils down to the main issue. The Biafran people, the Igbo people. Let me use the Igbo people. The truth is that when the colonial master came, they saw 3 men in Nigeria. They worked with 3 men in Nigeria. That does not mean that there were only 3 people in Nigeria. The truth was that inside each of these 3 men were hidden nations upon nation. They call it indirect rule, the British colonial system of governance, indirect rule. They needed somebody to talk to somebody who talked to somebody in return. Now, it looks like those of you who are football fans, you will see that in Manchester or whatever football club they have the name, it is not made up of one ethnic nationality. Some are Americans, some are Nigerians, some are Ghanaians, some are Italian, but they may be in, let's say, Man U. And so each time you talk about Man U, don't forget that everybody there are not Man U. They choose to be seen as Man U. In the same way, when they created Nigeria, they have 3 football clubs, for instance. The Yoruba club, the Hausa football club, the Igbo football club. And so trying to capture every other identity of other ethnic nationality within each region was not very necessary for the colonial master. Until there were a petition of Minority Report, which actually gave room to further balkanization of Igbo nation. But let me not go that way. And so when they came to this region, south, southeast today, and some part of Middle Belt, some part of Midwestern state, as they divided it, all of you were seen as Igbo. They know there is a German, but they refer you as Igbo. They know you are a Fike man, but they refer you as Igbo. They know you are Anang man, you were referred to as Igbo. Forget about criminals who claim they are the Igbo. They are crying today. Most of them are crying today. You are the one dividing yourself. You are the one complaining they are dividing you. What a shame. Know the truth and accept the truth. Let me not go there. And so they went to the Yoruba land. They knew the Kale man is there. They knew the Jebu man is there. They knew the Ife man is there. They knew the Modakeke man is there. And so many other tribes of Yoruba nation. Today, you will hardly hear Yoruba, whether a Kale, whether a Jebu, whether Ife, whether Modakeke, whatever name you call them. Even a joy inside the Yoruba land, a larger people self. All of them have been blended. Showore enjoy the Yoruba hospitality. Showore is not a Yoruba man, he's an Ijaw man. But you see, Yoruba knowing the truth, understand that they can benefit from the Ijaw inside Yoruba land than to cause division. And so all of them, when they go, the case has been settled. Yoruba know the truth, they accept the truth. They know the path, they are walking the path. They are not my concern. No. My concern is my Igbo brother. And the Igbo brother I'm talking of now, I'm not talking of Igbo brother in Enugu or Anambra. I'm talking of Igbo brother inside Akwa Ibom State. I'm talking of Igbo brother inside the Doma land. I'm talking of Igbo brother in Egala land. Because all of you were cited as Igbo. Know the truth and accept the truth. When you hear of Opi Weka in Anambra, most of you think it's from Onitsha. It's Anambra man. Opi Weka is a Gala man. Onitsha people, you don't tell us so. Know the truth, accept the truth. When you go to Enugu, you see Ombula Afo and Obere Afo. We don't tell you they are Idoma people. And they cross down to Cross River, they are Yala. You don't tell them you are your brother. You don't talk about it. You are killing yourself and oh my God. Know the truth and accept the truth. I'm trying to point out something to you. So maybe when you listen to this program as Igbo's son and daughter, you should be able to go back and research something. I believe in a micro-processing principle or formula deployed. And that is bringing tiny component member to a position where they can be proactive, where they can be progressive in pursuit of one agenda or the other, and then form a larger component body that will help them be able to achieve their aim, purpose, as the case may be. But then I want us to look at the big picture before we pay attention to all those minor picture. And so when you come down to our side, we allow ourselves to be destroyed because we know the truth. We're not telling ourselves the truth. Will I tell you about the Hausa? Do you know that how many ethnic nationality that makes up the northern Nigeria? Despite the fact we shout every day, Fulani is ruling Hausa, Fulani is ruling, but Fulani still respect Hausa as the official language. And if care is not taken in the coming years, Hausa language will be the official language of Nigeria. But you think Hausa is mumu? No, Hausa don't have sense. But if you can be able to talk in high places in Nigeria, you cannot speak Hausa, you are deformed already. Those of you in the military, if you don't speak Hausa, you are deformed. Those of you in Abuja, capital territory, if you can't speak Hausa, you are deformed. But Hausa na mumu. But let's leave that. And now we come to our place. From one problem to another. We never had any solution to all these problems. This generation should get to a point where they say, what is really the problem? The moment you ask this question, you now know the truth. And now that you know the truth, you will see what is causing the problem. And the moment you know what is causing the problem, That is where the real hurdle is. Will you accept the truth? Accepting the truth determined whether you will have a solution to that challenge, or that challenge or problem may eventually kill you. Let's go down a little bit. We came out and said, let's fight for Biafra. I am not part of the founder of IPOB. I joined them because the stipulated principles were religiously and morally stipulated. It was not about killing anybody. It was not about hooliganism, criminality. It was about creating a platform that will bring Nigeria to her knee, yield to pressure, and review certain ills that plague us as a people. And then all of a sudden, a once noble movement, respected men and women from around the world, our people who know the truth, who love freedom, came out. In the midst of it, we start having challenges. Most of you know something was not right. That is the truth. But did you accept the truth? We wake up one day, Nnamdi Kanu told you, George ONYIBE is a thief. One useless boy, Darlington, tell you that George ONYIBE is steal money. As he dey hot, George ONYIBE exposed. You believed. But you know somehow it's not the truth. But you accepted it. Somebody called me 3 days ago. No, I met a friend 3 days ago. He used to be my church member and he worked in SPDC. He said they were in the office discussing about me. So, Ndi Biafra, you should know that most of your intelligent, noble brothers and sisters who don't join your criminality, not as if they don't know what you are doing, but you are too hopeless, too useless, criminal like Nnamdi Kanu. They cannot identify with you openly. You have lost principle of ethic behavior, character excellence. You are just very useless. You are doing the right thing, but you are a useless person. So they were in Shell discussing about me. Majority of the people there, this is just 3 days ago. Majority of the people there say, the Biafra agitation is gone. Oh, it's George ONYIBE that betrayed Nnamdi Kanu. That George ONYIBE, if George ONYIBE did not betray the struggle was... And that my church member was listening. And to these people, they think George ONYIBE is like President Muhammadu Buhari. That my church member told them, this man you people are talking of, it's not this man. All those things are lie. I know this man very well. And everything all of you have said is a lie. I'm using myself as an example because you don't have sense. Some of you are going to one corner. Let's fight for Igbo nation. We are going to fight an Igbo nation. You are deceiving yourself. You know the truth. Accept this truth. You will see everything we have been laboring for over 1,000 years. The solution will come up. Be doing this thing you are doing. Your next generation will hear this voice. I know that I warned you. Let's go back before I digress further. And the brother said, I know. They say, how you? Because some of them think I'm in London. Some even say I'm driving Range Rover Sport and different things. This is the line Nnamdi Kanu sold to Ndi Igbo. This is the line Nnamdi Kanu sold to Ibibio, Efik, Anang. This is the line Nnamdi Kanu sold to our people. Many of you believed it. Now it will dawn on you that that lie cannot sell because I am here in Nigeria. I'm not going anywhere. Everybody must know the truth. You see all those things Nnamdi Kanu and his family are doing. They must be exposed on one condition. He must confess. Except to lie against him. And so the brother said, The people say, come out there, how you say you go no judge ONYIBE. You now ask them to wait. And that brother for a very long time has not called me. And so he placed a call. I say, sir, good morning, sir. I say, how are you? Ordinarily. He said, sir, we are fine. I say, how is the family? And then he moved on and say, sir, you have forgotten me. You don't even ask of me. I say, hey, it's holiday. It's been a while. You have not called me. Something made you to call me now. Instead of you to find out how I'm doing, you are putting charge on me that I have not called you. Why are you like that? And the brother says, sir, I'm sorry. I just say, I say, okay, better. You have not called me. Why are you putting charge on me that I have not called you? That is how the conversation ended. And so the people in share say, so yeah, you know the guy. Now the guy itself is a genuine Christian. They believe him. He's not a criminal, he's not a liar, he's not a social media warrior. And so those part of share workers who used to love what Nnamdi Kanu said, believe Nnamdi Kanu lies, they now know the truth. Why do you think Nnamdi Kanu market is not selling on my behalf? Because Nnamdi Kanu know he lied against me. The people who supported him know what Nnamdi Kanu said is not true. But they have to accept it because it is a popularity contest. The person will disgrace himself pass. Now be the winner. But now look at the truth is there. Just look at it. I told you Nnamdi Kanu, as far as your hand is not clean in this matter, you will never win this war. It doesn't matter if it's a battle. Nnamdi Kanu will not win. And I remind you again, that guy has finished his career. He can only lead more Igbo people to their death. They can use social media and deceive those of you in Lagos to fight Yoruba. Well, we will be here to help God accept you, your dead body. Because they will say, may the peace of the Lord be with you. From the ash you come from the ash. Tell on that, oh God, no problem. They are deceiving you now. Oh, don't agree. Leave, Simeon Ekpa is doing that very well. He will shut down Ali Balogun, leave Lagos, destroy Lagos, shut Lagos down. But Simeon Ekpa have finished destroying the southeast. You have comfort in Lagos and Abuja. Go and ask Nnamdi Kanu family. Abuja, if Nnamdi Kanu family is in Igbo land, Abia State, by now they will be hearing wutu wutu, according to them. But they are finding protection in Abuja. Abuja is protecting them. Lagos is protecting them. Now they are telling you, use your hand and destroy Lagos and Abuja. But you can't come home now. Go and look at the level of development in Asaba. It will shock you that more than 60% of Anambra people now live in Asaba. Some of all these hopeless IPOB touts you are seeing, they live in Asaba. That is why most of them are misbehaving. I will give them their house address. You see, their body will come down. Some of them, very useless set of people, if you see them on WhatsApp yapping, they are hiding in Asaba. And they will come out and tell you how beautiful Igbo land is. What are you doing in Asaba? Yes, Asaba is Igbo land. Why are you running from your village? If Asaba people were so stupid to obey Nnamdi Kanu and Simeon Ekpa hopelessness, can you come there? Nnamdi Kanu recruited Abo people and Yoma people like Faith Ogaladem, to destroy me. I send them signal. You hear them, they do pata. Were they not the one Nnamdi Kanu first used to blackmail me? What am I trying to say? Knowing the truth is one thing. Accepting the truth remains the ultimate remedy. And so they will say there is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. Today, our problem has not reduced. It's still our problem. It is metamorphosing. And of course, not to our advantage, but to our detriment. But we cannot keep quiet and allow it to consume us. We should be able to find a way to put an end to this process that has almost destroyed us completely as a people. let's go back a little bit. Those of you who are fighting, you are part of the problem. Because you don't know what you are looking for. Or maybe you know the truth. You want to live in falsehood. You don't want to accept that truth. But whatever you are looking for, we will help you get it. Because that is why we say we are the watchmen. Let me explain. The first Igbo resistance to take place in Nigeria was not from the southeast. It was from the Midwestern region, which is part of current-day South-South. You check from the rebellion to imperialists, opposition to the real terrorists when the colonial master invaded our land. You have, let's give it to Ekumeku warrior. But outside the Ekumeku warriors, who fought the imperialists for a very long time, you have people like Jaja of Opobo, you have of Nana of Ishekiri, you have Ovaromi Obaise, you have Eze Wawawa of Nza, was somewhere in Ebonyi State, and a few other monarchs. They gathered couple of men that fought. It's a real resistance. And when we pass those era, in order to build a more refined, renewed Nigeria, it led to what is known as Igbo coup. You see, one of the problems we have is that, for instance, as Nigerians and as Biafrans, we know the truth and we don't tell our people the truth. Why I keep emphasizing on knowing the truth and accepting this truth is because it has the potential to solve all problems. When they tell you why most things that happened, you may begin to see reason, and no matter how evil that thing is, you will want to say, okay, it's good. Anyway, it's for a terrible decision, but it does worth it. And then we move on. When you talk about the Igbo coup, with the current division we are bringing ourselves together, you will agree with me that the supposedly Igbo coup is not Igbo. We call it Anyoma coup or Abo coup. And following the message most of you are passing, because most of you are busy now on social media. We are the Igbo, we are the Igbo. If you don't put your message clear, we will accept it that way. Because the Igbo most of you describe, we are not part of it. And if we come out and tell you we are not part of that Igbo, you will still be the one crying, Ikwere say no be Igbo, Abo say no be Igbo, Akampa say no be Igbo, Ado say no be Igbo, Orashi say no be Igbo. Now you go still dey talk am. You have your own evil agenda, and it's not for the interest of your people. But your people should know that most of you are criminals, and you will be exposed. Look at Nnamdi Kanu. Where is the freedom fighting business? He's a criminal. Everybody is knowing the truth already. You can see me telling you, we have GM5, we have AK-47, we have pump action, we are binding to defend our land. If you know how many weapons, if I mention 3 a German today, that even the federal government is afraid. In fact, federal government put surveillance in their compound 247. Because if you know the weapon there, hey, there is a song in Igbo, if you know the weapon there, let me not mention their name. But you won't hear them telling you, we have pump action, we have this one, we have that one. This is the same thing Ojukwu did. At the end of the day, then carry firewood, give children, go fight war. Make una take time, oh. All of una way they betray una people, una Igbo people way they betray una people, make una take time, oh. You people are not getting it. You are not getting it. No, I just need you to know the truth and accept the truth. So the first revolution did not start from the southeast. The blood of my own kindred, Anyoma man, paid it. Please, can you come out and tell us how Chukwuma, Kaduna, and Zogo died from Okpanam? Ndibu, can you please tell us the location where he died? Ndibu, can you please tell us where he is buried? And why did all those things occur? And I've seen many Igbo intellectuals writing that the supposed Igbo coup was not caused by Igbo people. Invariably, you're saying that Okpana people are not Igbo people. You know the truth. Accept the truth. We started it. And somebody wrote and said, the Igbos of the Southeast has made enough sacrifice. They have paid enough sacrifice. You know, get sense. Because you choose to endanger the life of your people, go and kill your people, lead them to their death, you blame it on another person. If I lie, God bear my witness. We were going to hold a protest against Ohaneze Ndigbo youth wing in Anambra State, Oka to be precise, when Nnamdi Kanu was in Kuje. We have just been shot in Rivers State, having organized a protest in commemoration for the inauguration of Donald Trump, then the President of America. And few weeks from there, despite the fact that we have lost about 147 persons died, about 608 missing, about 7 of them went blind, they lost one eye. I'm not talking about, I have all their data, they are there. So thunder we go fire Nnamdi Kanu, he never reach him. You know, along the line, he knew I was keeping this record. He now asked them not to give me information again. Amarachi was the one they sent to be hijacking information. But I was too connected to the system to be disconnected. Till tomorrow morning, I receive update of IPOB monthly due as a result of ignorance and others. They still report to me. Idiots everywhere. In fact, most of their transmitters, they tell you I have sold and eaten in the morning. I still control the people who are holding it. Because a day will come, those people will tell you, now we hold them, we did there, we did this one, no. Useless set of criminals. Tell your people the truth and accept the truth. What was I saying before I digress? The issue of the Igbo coup was actually not meant to, not all this, is to solve all this problem. Chukwuma left the scene. He died. Now, the war caused by Ojukwu and Gowon killed many Igbo people. When you talk about the history of how Igbo people die, it is because you have Igbo people who are raising alarm. And I thank all of you who are raising alarm sincerely. Why? Because most of Igbo people dying, their death is orchestrated and promoted by Igbo people. Like I was saying before I digress. The meeting was held in Benjamin Madubugu house, Ihiala Mbose, that we should go and protest. No more Ohaneze Ndigbo in Igbo land. And I told Benjamin Madubugu, I didn't say they told him. I told Benjamin Madubugu in his sitting room and say, sir. I answer him, sir, not because I'm his mate too. Me and Benjamin will not be mate too. And I'm sure Nnamdi Kanu and Uche Mefo, they are not more than 5 years older than me. Chidebere is even the one I senior Chidebere on the way. But I respect people. So when I say I answer Benjamin, sir, me and Benjamin no be mate. I am older than the king of my village. But he's my king, Makeni Wamwezi Fewa Bawata. I told Benjamin Madubugu, sir, because that is how I answered them. Maybe that is why they think I'm a Mugu. Idiot people, very useless set of people. have you checked that going to this process, they will kill our people? And to my greatest surprise, Benjamin Madubugu tapped me. He said, yes, that is the point. I pause. He said, you see, when they kill some of our people, it will attract international sympathy. I say, eh. He said, yes. Invariably, some of you will have to die so that Nnamdi Kanu can get international sympathy. Those of you who died in Aba, I hope you are enjoying the international sympathy. Useless set of people. And after I said, Nigeria is killing us, Nigeria is killing us. But the truth is that you are the one endangering your people. Stop crying foul. Because you are the one changing the whole narrative. I'm trying to tell our people so that we can solve this problem. When you talk about 3.5 million innocent women and children that was killed during the war, honestly, the pressure or the attention was on the southeast. But go and ask of Isiago community in Anyoma land. They almost finish everybody. In fact, Anyoma land escaped that genocide in a way because they had men on the ground who resisted the invaders. Do you know, go to Orogodo as I'm speaking to you now. Go to Iyorogodo. If you get to Iyorogodo, that is my base. If you get to Iyorogodo now, there is a civic center, or we call it government field. Go to that government field behind former College of Education, now University of Nigeria, the University of Delta State. In that junction, look at that government field. You will see a British clock war tower. It's still standing there. It was during the Biafran War that the Nigerian army who wanted to pass through Agbo, from far they shot that tower. Our people made sure they don't cross Agbo. They know they tell them now. From Uromi Junction, they diverted. That is how they boycott Anambra from Awuchi Aziz, enter from Egala, enter Anambra. And of course, you know, after Aguneri and Muneri, the next community in Anambra, all of them are Egala people. Why am I bringing up this thing? You don't hear, when we talk about Asaba massacre, have you seen Asaba person crying already? They massacre us, they do this one. Asaba no one talk because they know the truth. Then don't accept the truth. I'm not saying this to spite you. I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. I'm saying this so that you watch all these people lying to you, Ndi Igbo, Ndi Biafra, all these people lying to you now. They can influence the lives on social media, but they cannot remove the consequences of their action. People pay for it. So why do you think, for instance, Asaba massacre is well known? Why do you think they don't cry about it? Because we know it doesn't make sense. We now start accusing Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria kill us. Oh, Nigeria kill Asaba. We no go agree. Asaba massacre. You will pay us. You will do this one. We know it will not. It doesn't make sense. Because those children, those women that were killed in Asaba, massacred in Isiago community, they cannot come back to life again. But then we ask ourselves a simple question. What led to their death? How did they die? Now let me tell you the version you will not hear from BBC, CNN. Nobody will tell you. Even Ojukwu did not tell you. And that is that Acheze and other gallant men who actually stood by Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu held the Nigerian military in Asaba. The ones in Agbo chased them down to Awuchi Aziz. They couldn't penetrate through Asaba. But then they discovered that the Nigerian army were entering already, trying to penetrate through some community within Aguneri and Muneri, a Gala community. And so, Achuse and his men have to fight from two fronts. And that will weaken their strength. And Achuse say, if we cannot hold them from these two houses, we should be able to move back into Onitsha and cut them off, bringing them to a narrow corridor where their number will come to nothing. Achuse made a call to Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu, giving him situation report, and said, we have asked our people to gather. Once we have been able to gather the children, they will cross the bridge and then let the bridge be blown. Those of us who are here will die with these people here. We go nowhere. And Achuse, the moment he dropped the phone, what happened? They blew the bridge. So for Obasanjo to issue that massacre you see in Asaba, it was not the hatred of Asaba people. Because the moment they blew the bridge, Achuse and his men were demoralized. Why them blow the bridge? How these people go use cross? And then Obasanjo and his troop entered Asaba. Okay, so none of on our plan. That is the Asaba massacre you hear of. Now you understand who actually betrayed Asaba. Is it fellow Igbo or is it Nigeria? Today, before Asaba person will talk to you, who blew that bridge? Who gave that order? Most of you are helping in Nnamdi Kanu to kill Igbo people. You know, their madness was like killing other tribes. Where is Idira good? And if we have not stood a campaign against it, Nnamdi Kanu today will help Igbo people to kill Akwa Ibom, kill Ijaw, kill everybody. And everybody say, it's good, it's good. But when those people will remember you, you may not even have it in the back of your mind again. My brother, I'm just telling you the truth because we are still following the same way. Some people think the short means to solve this problem is to, okay, let's go back to my papa house. My brother, my mother born us 11, 10 boys, 1 girl. All of us know the grill. That trouble way there for Niger Delta and Delta Niger. It there for my father house. So if you see the one why senior, me with know the grill, even at our age. Because my parents tell us I senior and with 1 year. So everything in one tell me say age is a number. You know they agree with me, but now my brother make her kill him because you know they respect me. Eh? So it's there. But I need to understand that being my junior brother doesn't make him my slave. I need to respect his right to try to be senior. It's okay. So when the guys they are killing Igbo people, but now you they set Igbo people to their death. Now, I just they give you an example. So if we come out and say, this Asaba massacre issue must be reviewed, it will create enmity between Ahaba and Ojukwu. This is why most of Ojukwu generals never supported IPOB or got involved in the issue of Biafra. It's not because they were afraid, they were not weakening, something was not right. And that is what we are trying to make us. Let's correct those things before you make any move, because you will suffer for it. I'm not a prophet of doom. I'm just trying to make you see the truth. So many of our people were killed. We don't talk about it. If I tell you what I suffer for Biafra and the Kano, you will shock. But I am not talking about it. It really doesn't matter. These were price we were willing to pay. Risk we took. Everything we have lived for. We place it before our life. And we have said to God, if in your infinite wisdom, that the sacrifice of our life is what you want, so you can liberate us. And then we will gladly lay it down for you. And so there is no regret anywhere. Just trying to make you see the truth. You know the truth, you accept the truth. And somebody wrote, oh, Igbo people have paid enough sacrifice. But why don't you tell us that more than 70% of Ojukwu generals, all of them are from Anyoma, across the Niger. Those people didn't die. If you go home, in fact, it's like our parents said, don't talk about the war. So they only say during the war. During the war. The parents that will tell us what happened don't call Biafra. They tell us during the war what they went through. I've never introduced myself as anything outside Igbo. Because no matter what I want to say, if you don't add Igbo, you cannot get me. Somebody say, where do you come from? I say, I'm from Delta. They say, but your name is Igbo. I say, yes, but I'm from Delta. Which side of Delta? I now say, Agbo. Yoruba will say, okay, all of you are Igbo. That is how it will end. And so to avoid long story, I will say, I am Bendel Igbo or Delta Igbo. But Igbo don't enter. Forget about the spelling now based on dialect. But then some criminal are going back and say, no, it's with the Igbo of the Southeast. Where stop deceiving yourself. Stop deceiving yourself. Know the truth of all this problem. Let's solve it. And those of you pushing your people to their death, those of you criminals, you will be exposed. After the war, some Igbo people became millionaires overnight. If I mention their name now, it will shock you. Where did they get the money? They betrayed their own people. You know. You think it's gone? They are still doing it. So if you didn't punish those who did it before them, how can you tell me you're going to punish them? How can you discourage such betrayal from coming up? Just go back and listen to Nnamdi Kanu you know before, when he didn't have money, when he was sleeping in the street of London, when he didn't have money to organize even his wedding. If not Raphael Wazirike and be Mozob member, Nnamdi Kanu can't marry Uchechi, he can't pay dowry. You will see he was a humble servant. The moment he collected our money, start collecting money from Nigerian politicians and everywhere around the world, he now remember that he is a very powerful man. He controls over 20 million people around the world. He can have anywhere destroyed where he wants to be destroyed, and he can play God. What a shame. What a shame. Most of you are still trying to cover the atrocity of Nnamdi Kanu. But the damage Nnamdi Kanu has done to the very fabric existence of the Igbo nation, I pray you people will be able to correct it before it's too late. Forget about this talent display we are putting up. People will clap for you. They will look at you. Do you know the fear of non-Igbo community in Igbo? The Igbos that don't speak Igbo dialect, do you know their fear? Do you know the fear of Idoma man? Do you know the fear of Igala man? Do you know the fear of Urobo man, Ishekiri man, Akwa Ibom man? Do you know their fear? My brother, make you know the truth too. They know in you is their salvation. But then at what cost? They know they can't blend with Hausa or Yoruba. But yet they can't find peace at home. There is something that needs to be done. All this will be over. Check the non-Igbo that joined Biafra agitation. If I call names of many of them that we have taken to Nnamdi Kanu have rapport with all of them, from Ogoni to almost every corner, Wakrike, all of them. Well, I'm sure most of you will still remember the one that calls himself Rosette Blue Jack. It's just that he chose to pull back. If you know some of this thing that the guy did, it will shock you. But he's a saboteur, he's a thief, Asari is a pig, he's a this one. Ndibo. There is one they call Cosmos, George. The one they used to frame up and say, I'm the one that want to kill him and Okpambo and the rest of all those Igbo propaganda. I call it Igbo propaganda. Because when you wake up and begin to lie against your people to score cheap popularity, I don't know any tribe that does it outside us. If you know the job those people did. Today, look at all this intelligent man. Every sacrifice they have made. Now the Kanu has destroyed it. And now he's moving back. Oh. They want to use Simeon Ekpa as a scapegoat or maybe any other idiot. But all this process that has been corrupt is in the Kanu. What am I trying to say in all this story? My brother, know the truth and accept the truth. By implication, when you know that this thing is the right thing and I have made mistake, you should be able to come out and say, oh brother, I'm sorry. Yeah, this was not how I saw it. You see, all those trauma, all those issues that would have taken life will just be submerged. It will be submerged instantly because you know the truth and you accept the truth. When I tell you you are wrong, accept it. Let me remind a bit for some of my friends listening. We were in a meeting one day and some individual were saying, Ikwere hate Igbo, Ikwere hate Igbo. That thing is still paining me today. That is why I keep repeating it. And all of us having this discussion, no Ikwere there. Let's say I represent Igbos of the South. And I calm them down. I say, I don't like this sound. Ikwere hate Igbo, Ikwere hate Igbo. Because if I'm not here today, you people will be saying, Abo hate Igbo, Abo hate Igbo. Ikwere hate Igbo. By implication, who is Ikwere now? The truth is, say Igbo hate Igbo. It would have been better that way. I say, stop it. Because the last time I checked, 90% of Ikwere man marry Igbo girls from Abia and Imo. Almost all of them. We hardly see Ikwere woman who is not related to Abia or is not related to Imo. So they hate Igbo men. You would have said Ikwere hate Igbo men. Ikwere hate Igbo men. But they love your woman. Useless set of people. And in that meeting, one of them said, why are you allowing this boy to talk this rubbish? I never recover from that shock. It's paining me. I'm not talking to them. Oh. I need you to get the truth. When I want to talk to them, they will know. It pained me. It pained me. Because I know that even though it is the truth, saying it over and over will not change anything. But what led to that issue is what that is important. My sister wrote something on one platform. My sister, I don't want to mention her name. Very disciplined woman. And he said how British government changed Igbo name by removing Yo and putting Aro. He was referring to River State. So Okuta, they changed it to Romu Okuta. And they made many publications. I didn't antagonize or talk to them in the public forum. I embossed the sister and said, Ma, this thing is not correct. When I had this discussion with Ikwere people, they said the reason they changed Okoro, for instance, to Rumu Okoro. The reason they changed Ola to Rumu Ola. The reason they changed Rumu Okuta or any other Rumu to Rumu, Omo to Rumu, was that those things were done under the time the eastern region was coming from Enugu. Their community name were written in Igbo dialect, which is not their own dialect. But now they have come of age. They think their community name should be written in their dialect. And I understand perfectly well what they said. You are from Enugu. You as Enugu man, tell me the truth that spelling of Enugu state is the real spelling of Enugu in Igbo land. So when one Enugu man wake up one day now and said this Enugu is not the right, change it, what will you say? If you support that Enugu should change to the original spelling in Igbo land, and you condemn Ikure for removing yo and putting arrow, which is actually the same thing, just a different tongue, then you are a hypocrite. I am from Abo. The way I write my name, Igbo name, in Eka dialect, is not the way you write. I think in most cases, somebody like Clifford Chukwuemeka Iruanya, he knows how to write Abo dialect very well. If Clifford Chukwuemeka Iruanya write Abo dialect, I'm shocked. Not everybody can do that. And you see, I can't write Igbo dialect very well, but I can read it. But in my own dialect, I can finish it. Now, what am I trying to say? You are Chukwuemeka. I am Chukwuemeke. Listen to the sound. Chukwuemeka and Chukwuemeke. So, one of my child goes by that name. And when I saw the report booklet, they wrote Chukwuemeka. And I called my wife and said, this is not my son's name. They went to school. They reported to the teacher. The teacher said, it's the same thing. And it's not E, it's K, it's A. I went to the school and said, I'm sure you are not the mother or father of this child. Say no. And you didn't give this name to my child. Am I correct? I say in my own dialect, it's not Chukwuemeka, it's Chukwuemeke. It end with K-E, not K-A. And then somebody will say, I'm denying my Igbo identity. So I now change the A to B. And I know they use sense. And when you are doing this thing in your own convenient quarter, you don't know it's provoking somebody else. You don't know it's making somebody to disassociate with you. You don't know it is raising atmosphere that makes your own people to begin to see you as a threat. Just look at all the shenanigans being introduced by P2B, Saga, and Nnamdi Kanu. It's now making Yoruba to go back and get ready. So if you think all these things will end on social media, get ready for the impact. Return home, come back to Igbo land. Must you say it? Will you do the right thing? You will know that Yoruba also travel. When church business is doing well, watch almost 50% of Yoruba in diaspora. All of them are working for Redeem or Winners Chapel. All of them are pastors, prophets. Do something that will make them come to your land. You will know they too can buy canal. But you don't need to say, come back home. We are the only one that have been shouting, come back home since the creation of Nigeria. We are the only one that have been fighting this divine Nigeria since the creation of Nigeria. And honestly, we have had our own fair share of one Nigeria until we blow it up. Every process we blow it up. Now, if we know the truth, we accept the truth. You see, the remedy will be there. I have said this thing before. I made a mistake, a terrible mistake as a child. And everybody was angry with me. And elders, as it were in those days, want to descend on me. And my father stood up and interceded on my behalf and said, his failure as a child, no, his weakness as a child is my failure as a father. Please forgive him. He took responsibility for my actions. He just needed them to know that if he had trained me better, I would not have done that. And I don't forget that thing till today. Most failures of my children or weakness of my children I am a failure as a father. And I know this truth. And so I put in my best. And so today I can be proud that I did my best. They will choose their path one day. But I pray they have peace, prosperity in the path they will choose in the future. But as for their father, I did my best. As a lover of ONYIBE, as a freedom fighter, are you sure you are ready to bear the responsibility? Are you sure you are driven by genuine love for freedom and emancipation? Are you sure there is no hidden agenda? But I know most of you have not been able to evaluate the level of damage done already. And you are still trying to heap another one. Don't let frustration make you continue on the same path of mistake. You must clear your mind and watch all these criminals. Nnamdi Kanu and his criminal gang, they are going down one after the other. It's a gradual process. When he finished collecting money, destroying everything, some of you will say he's in DSS dungeon. No? Rubbish. When he finished destroying everything, he created the following group. Ada Highway, Idu Kingdom, Autopilot, Namen, Igodomigodo. He formed group with them. Wounded civilian did not succumb, so wounded civilian is a saboteur. Ijele is a good saboteur of IPOB. Then which other group? This brother that has passed on, that one too did not agree. So every corner, Nnamdi Kanu was penetrating, trying to use our head to Makasa, Atoro. Where is it now men uniting Igbo people now? If you are doing anything about Igbo nation, you better come out clean, because we'll be waiting for you. That thing will end in your family. Nah, man, come and unite in the Igbo now. Know the truth and free yourself. We know the truth. We choose to deny it. Everybody are not the same. And it's difficult to hide some truth these days. I'm not right and you are not right. I'm not wrong and you are not wrong. Just that we've not been able to put the right ingredient together. So today I beg you in the name of God. If you are a Biafran, you are a lover of Igbo, just tell your people the truth. And when you are wrong, accept that you are wrong. I think they said to err is human, to forgive is divine. By the time we begin to review all these things, you give room for good, genuine people to emerge. Let's look at all the governors who have ruled our land between the South-South and the Southeast in the past 8 years. You will see, most of you will discredit Governor ONYIBE. That's why we will call him, he's a useless governor. You are going to analyze him. But let me tell you, as far as South-South and Southeast is concerned, for the past 8 years, they had only 2 governors. Only 2. Others are bunkum. They don't exist. Only 2 governors. You know who these 2 governors is? Number 1 is Governor ONYIBE of Rivers State and Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State. Any other governor, they are counterfeit. They just criminal, including my own governor. Did I tell you they didn't do anything? But I'm telling you people who left landmark achievements. As I'm talking to you in Rivers State today, ONYIBE is still commissioning project. He's still doing project. Look at Ebonyi State I went to, everywhere was bush. Look at David Umahi 8 years. Tell me why I will not be proud or wish to come from Ebonyi State. Atoro here we see the truth and they don't know the Atoro. But go and look at these people profile. They are Nnamdi Kanu enemy. And you don't know the truth. You are a moral man. Yeah? David Umahi is Nnamdi Kanu worst enemy. ONYIBE is Nnamdi Kanu worst enemy. All to the extent, Nnamdi Kanu sent some IPOB coordinator to kill ONYIBE father. The Burukiri coordinator is still in Port Harcourt maximum prison till tomorrow. IPOB don't talk about it. That is why I say tell the people the truth. But they will destroy these people you think they are evil. When I went to Ebonyi State then, under Enugu, and when I went to Ebonyi State after the creation of Ebonyi State, I can't believe something like that can happen. And I want to believe Alesoti is a good man. I think Aba people made the first right decision since the creation of Abia State. I hope Abia people will support Alesoti to transform Abia, because it looks like the spell has broken. And Aba people disassociate from Nnamdi Kanu. He's a son of a colonial master. That Arochukwu man living in Ngwa is a good man, and I hope he will not behave like Soludo. No, look at Abia. Look at Abia State, a whole Abia, where Nnamdi Kanu is talking rubbish. He can't even address it. Look at Abia. No, look at Abia now, where China Sanwo-Olu supposedly come. Look at it. But the truth now is not calling anybody out. The truth now is that I went to Ebonyi State and I saw there is a human being. I'm not saying they are not stealing money, but I'm saying at least they are doing it 50-50, kill and divide. And we can now sing, Iyendeba, 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 Iyendeba. I understand, you understand. But what did others do? Now, the truth is, why is it that these two people are the greatest enemy of Nnamdi Kanu? Because they refuse to give him money. They refuse to allow him to control them. So he used media and attacked them. That is why a noble Soludo yielded to Nnamdi Kanu pressure. Very unfortunate. And so it's simple. All these things what I just talk now small thing. I only need you to look for every matter will concern us as a people. Make you find out wetin be the truth. The truth no go always dey in your favor. But no say na the truth. E no go fit replace am. Accept and say na the truth. If you make mistake, take correction and move on. You no go regret am. But if you know say na the lie, you keep am, dey manage am somehow. That lie no go fit become true now. E no go fit. My message dey simple o. We dey watch them o. That they negotiate with your future again o. They don't carry the same politics come o. No let them use you o. Because I saw this criminal they do. They say man anyi bundi Igbo. Ka anyị kpọkọta onwe anyị. No listen to them o. Many of them are businessmen o. Watch them well o. Watch them well o. Because when they finish, they go use my head hit your head. They go use your head hit my head. Now that's the one unite us. Now then go still divide us. But have it at the back of your mind. God will not abandon us. All these things we are going through, all this process, it's a process of redefining. And I'm very sure we will make it. On this note, I'm bringing the broadcast to an end. Those of you following Nnamdi Kanu, see me on Ekpa, another career freedom fighter, I admonish you, move back from them, make you foresee them. In the way you say no one neighbor who you don't watch masquerade from the same place. Move back so you see clearly what is happening. Mechanic and in any man in the era. Mechanic one in any man in the one era. Because of the way mechanic dress, we don't know who is mad people again. With the president of Nnamdi Kanu, Simeon Ekpa, do kingdom, Migodo, Agada, we don't even know who be freedom fighter again. So move back from them and watch them. Let me see if there is any Nnamdi Kanu social media warrior. But there is scarcity of money now. If any of them is here, let me address Nnamdi Kanu hopelessness. Criminal, betrayal of their people. I have my sister here, Okwito, always on point. Sister Okwi, people like you are the reason why I cannot deny my Igbo identity. People like you are the reason why I have faith in what most of our people are doing. Each time we talk about Ninas, we follow what they are doing with interest. And hopefully, they are able to make our people see the truth. And our people should accept this truth. You know this truth first of all. Accept this truth. And so the best thing we need to do for our people is give them the truth. And if they know it's the truth, they don't have any option than to accept it. So far, you people are doing well. Let's tell our people the truth. At Akwandeba is in a Eshoku Bondo. Oh. No, now they can't idiot. Of course, they won't come here. Their brain is damaged. Who do I have here? Okechukwu. Okechukwu, you say good morning, my Lord Bishop, my daddy, you are my real bishop. Oh. I'm loyal, sir. You see, good people are attracted by good people. Okum, you are a good man. I feel your pain. I feel your burden. You see, when the kind of madness started, I moved back. Now, let me tell you something again. When I joined IPOB struggle, and I consulted my people, they told me what will happen. And that is the truth. But they say, let's see how it goes. Because I told them that, no, this generation is different. They said, we will believe you. Because we trust you. Let us see. We started. In the first half, they were happy. Because it looked like this generation is different. And this morning, I still tell you, this generation is different. Okom, people like you are the reason I say you are different. The betrayal started from Nnamdi Kanu. They said, I think we told you. They said it is so horrible that when Ndi Igbo came together to form a pan-Igbo or pan-any Igbo to bring Igbo people together, they formed Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. And in that meeting, they pointed to me and say, look at this Diokpa here. He was the first leader of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. Do you know there are Igbo people that are asking me, Ndi Abo, I was a Kwandi Igbo till tomorrow morning? So the truth now is that, Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, please tell me, why did you use Anyoma man to be the first head of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo? Today, Anyoma is not part of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. They say it's a hate speech, it's a hate speech. The same way Nnamdi Kanu started fighting for Biafra. Igodomi Godo Biafra. Agadami Gada Biafra. Everybody Biafra. You tie to rapper Biafra. Today now I want to drag it to the southeast. And most of you are applauding for him. Let's live there. Let's move. That is not the problem. The absence of truth is the problem. And I wrote my appreciation letter and I said, my people told me that everything will happen to me. And they have all happened to me except one. And you see that one is that Nnamdi Kanu cannot kill me. In 100 lifetimes, as I dey sleep now, all the unknown gunmen for home and abroad no fit wake me from sleep. If they knock for my gate now, my dog then go chop their meat finish. You no go see bone. So no need to look for autopsy or DNA. We no go even bury you. Rubbish. But outside that, it's not in his place to do that. And then, I never knew an Igbo man can stand up and say the truth. My respect for Uche Okafor is simple. Oh. Because when the heat dey for DOS, Nnamdi Kanu and his misguided criminal gang on me, only me. Kai, Uche Mefo call me. He say, ONYIBE, why is it that every problem you, every matter you, what is really going on? I'm tired. And that is because Uche Mefo know that I'm not anything they said that I am, but maybe I've been living in the mask. I say, Mazi Mefo, I'm being set up. Look at. Do like this and do like this, you will see the truth. There are other people who saw this truth, like Father Ngongo, or is it Father Dimeje, or Father Dimengwa in USA. All these people knew the truth. They want to defend them, and they can, even on top of the altar of God, they want to cover the lie. That was, I think, when Uche Mefo Nnamdi is an idiot. He wrote 3 different letters to Chike Doziem, Austin Agbanyim, all these stouts calling themselves freedom fighter, warning them that this thing people want to do this man, it may not all go well. Meanwhile, now the Kano don't leave DOS, go the hire media warrior to destroy me. And in one of the meeting, China Sanwo-Olu says, since Uche Mefo won't support me as a stranger, then go treat Uche Mefo as a stranger. Now, make I tell you, anytime you use because of Nnamdi Kanu, you cause Uche Mefo, you betray Igbo people. Now, you be part of that problem. China Sanwo-Olu talk say, since Uche Mefo support me, because I do the right thing, say then go treat Uche Mefo like a stranger. So when I dey with Nnamdi Kanu all those time, they say Igbo are one. Nnamdi Kanu then see me like a stranger. Is the truth not bitter? But outside Uche Mefo, Okom become another man. He calls me my bishop. And nothing attracts us. Because the few times we get dealing, is this say when we say yes, yes na yes. When we say no, no na no. Okom, you feel no they talk. But I feel your passion for Igbo people. I feel your genuinity, your sincerity. And then I talk to my sister, Okui again. There is something you did then in IPOB. One day I will talk about it. From that day, I profiled you. I knew there are wonderful people, but I never knew it could be up to this extent. Make God help Ona to carry this truth, make our people rich, make our people accept them, make Ona feel liberate our people. Because lie is almost taking over everywhere. But of course, the gate of hell cannot prevail. I see my sister, Precious G. What can I say? You have always stand by the truth from day one. Then don't follow poison you well. You know, greed die. And just like as them poison me. Any IPOB person way near you, no they collect food from them again, oh Precious G. If I they call them Otapia freedom fighter. No big guy name, now poison that they poison you. Once you tell them the truth, now they can't go tell them poison them. Huh? Precious G, run for your life. Oh. Check IPOB person way near you. Got this poison way, then they poison you every time. I think say you get IPOB member way near you. Because I think now the Kano don't teach them to do. Rubbish set of criminal. We say them be freedom fighter. I never see any other person. Meanwhile, try and send it to Nnamdi Kanu bingo. Maybe then go get sense. Huh? Igbo people outside Igbo land. They tell you sit at home there. Destroy at home. Come back at home. If proper preparation, no, they no listen to them. But no say you get people who truly dey underground. They try to repair the foundation of Igbo nation. And I pray say God go see them through as then they walk in sincerity. And then you get some of una way dey for Igbo land already. Then still they do sit at home. Make una know they careless with una life. Okay? All these things will end. Solution will come. Make we dey guided. You no be my enemy, I no be my enemy. Nobody be our enemy. Some things wey dey happen no good. We no like them. Now wetin we won't stop. So my message simple. Know the truth. Accept the truth. It is irreplaceable and is the fastest and the sure remedy for our emancipation. On this note, I say goodbye. Do have a wonderful day ahead of you. Ndewono.